Magandang araw, kasama natin ngayon ang isa sa mga atletang hindi lamang nag-represent sa 31st Southeast Asian Games, kundi nag-uwi pa ng medalya. Please welcome EJ Obiena. Hi EJ! First of all, on behalf of Global Daily Mirror, of course, congratulations for winning the gold medal for the Philippines. And syempre, just lately, nanalo ka ulit ng gold. Another gold. Oh my God. So how do you feel right now? And ano yung feeling na makapag-uwi ka ng gold for the Philippines?
I mean, of course, it's always an honor to be able to represent the country. You know, having this shirt on my chest, competing, it is definitely totally different. Winning is, I think, it's just a representation of the nation. And when I'm competing, that's an opportunity for me to represent a nation and put it above or win in a battle. It's still a battle. It's still a competition of nations in the field of pole vaulting. So that is for me a truly a privilege and an honor to be able to do it.
Right. That's so true. Did you expect winning the competition?
Well, I was expected to win. I think that's definitely one of the biggest pressure about that. But pressure is privilege, so I took it as it is. So after when I won, I felt relieved. I was able to deliver what I need to do, and able to deliver what was expected of me. So that is definitely a sense of I don't know, a bit of pride as well, I guess, that people are expecting great things from me. That means, it shows that my record, I do perform, I do deliver, and they expect me to deliver. So that was quite a motivation for me going into SEA Games.
And you did deliver the gold pa for the Philippines. Wow. Okay. May I know, how did you feel during the preliminary semis and finals?
It was a straight final. The competition was a straight final, so there wasn't really a semis prelim. Yeah, but it was a process. There were like bars you need to make and progress through the hikes.
Well, let's go naman with the preparations you did for the SEA Games. Can you share it with us?
It wasn't as smooth as I would want it to be. Having all those things over my head for the past few months definitely didn't help. But my coach and I, we have a good team, and I think we're able to manage as well as we could, and as well as I think anybody could at that situation. And we just keep our head down and keep working and pushing for ourselves to reach our ultimate goal, which is to win, the competition.
What do you think is your edge sa mga nakalaban mo?
My edge is my coach.
Wow.
I mean, my coach is probably one of the best who have ever lived. And, I'm lucky enough to be able to train under him. And I'm lucky enough that he took me under his wing. And yeah, I think that's my biggest edge in the field of pole vaulting. Other than, of course, I work hard and all of that. Of course, my work needs to be smart, and luckily I have one of the smartest guy in the field of pole vaulting right in my corner. That's a pretty big edge in my opinion.
Okay, that's right. Is there something different from your training for the SEA Games than the other competitions na you had your trainings na before?
I think we were trying to catch up. We lost a lot of time during those situations that were happening a few months, and definitely indoors I wasn't able to prepare as well as I should have, and as well as I could have basically trained. So yeah, we were catching up, but maybe that's the difference. But the approach to it, the general idea is truly the same.
Meron bang difference yung sa trainings more now that we're in the middle of pandemic than before? I for sure there is.
Well, right now there's not really much pandemic here in Italy. They just removed all the
Right.
restrictions now. They're basically back to
Okay.
normal. So right now it's quite the same. It's quite the same.
Very different from the Philippines kasi of course here medyo very careful pa rin talaga. Unlike there and unlike in any other countries. Okay, this one is a little bit controversial. I think you have an idea what question is this about, but here you go. Most of us may have known about the issue between you and Patafa. And thankfully, you both have agreed to settlement already, but we want to know how's your relationship with them now?
I mean, they're my mother organizations, and they are definitely the governing body of athletics in Philippines. And I have my relationship as normal, I hope, as I can be. And I think moving forward, we need to, how do you say, fix our relationship, and hopefully it prosper to a better working relationship in whichever way it would progress.
We witnessed how you became successful before SEA Games pa. And of course, your recent gold in the European City of Sports leg in L'Aquila, Italy. Can you share with us your journey before you reached all your achievements right now that you have right now?
I think, to be honest, I still haven't achieved much that I would want to. Of
Mhm.
course, I'm very happy. I'm very, how do you say, happy that I'm winning tournaments and, winning Southeast Asian games here and there. But um, I still feel that I'm still in the process of
Mm.
achieving greater heights, and I'm still learning, and I'm still, in a way, young in this journey, which I think that's a bit of an edge to look at it that way. And yeah, I want to achieve more. And to be honest, I think my way of thinking it before, I just had a lot of how do you say this, different path as other athletes. And I think that definitely um, harness the traits that I have now, and the traits that help me win, and the traits that keep me humble and keep me just bow my head and keep working and keep doing what I need to do.
May I know how young are you nung nag-start ka na maging into sports? Or is this the first sports talaga na ginawa mo? Or do you have other sports before going to pole vaulting?
Well, I started quite young in pole vaulting, but that doesn't really mean I focus on it. So I started with pole vault when I was maybe 6, 7 years old, because my dad was a pole vaulter as well. So that was how I got into it. But then at that age, we don't really have, how do you say, we don't really have competitions for pole vaulting at that age. So I started to go and compete in the 100-meter hurdles, and that was my event for at least a good 10 years. And then I started to transition from hurdling to pole vaulting later part of my high school years, because there's actually competitions now. And yeah, I saw it as a way to how do you know get a scholarship on the big and renowned universities all over the Philippines. And yeah, that was how I kind of transitioned from some other sports or some other events to pole vaulting.
Aside from pole vaulting, do you play any other sports, or do you like doing any other related to sports, or what are your hobbies?
Well, other sports, I play a lot of tennis and
Ah,
a bit of basketball as well. I got into tennis because of the mental side of tennis, and I think it helps me as an athlete and as an overall athlete under pressure, needs to deliver, that kind of thing. That's tennis for me. Basketball is, we Filipinos, we love basketball,
yeah.
and I'm no different about that. And I try to play, and these are my side sports other than being a pole vaulter.
Nice. Okay. So this one, after winning, sino yung una mong message and ano yung naging reactions nila? This is for the SEA Games.
I think I wasn't able to message anyone immediately
Really?
because I think I was dragged into the press conference, or I don't know what would you call that, like so the media just dragged me out of the field and they said, yeah, we need to do a bunch of interviews. And then after that, I was dragged into the doping control. And then after that, I think that's the only time I was able to message my girlfriend. Yeah, and then I told him the result, but she already knew. So yeah, I mean, most of the people who are with me actually already knew the whole freaking thing before it even before I even was able to break it to them. But yeah, my team definitely, because my team is getting bigger and bigger. So we have a group chat, and I said, this one's for you guys, and thank you for making sure that I'm able to do what I do. Then of course my girlfriend is talking a bit about how the competition went. Yeah, didn't really have a lot of time because I need to pack the same day and fly out the next day. So it wasn't like I had time to.
Yeah, a very busy day. Anyway, now that you have mentioned your team and your coach also kanina, how's your relationship with them, especially with your coach? Well, I know you've mentioned earlier that I think na mukhang maganda yung relationship mo with your coach because you said that he's like the best person. But yeah, can you tell us more about it?
My coach, we have a very, very, I think, very close relationship, and he knows more about my life than my parents, and he understands what I do or what I do, and of course, it's not always smooth sailing. It's not how a good relationship is judged on. I think it's a matter of being able to be real to the other person and be able to be angry, be mad, and have all these human emotions be thrown out at each other and be able to move past it and be able to understand one another. So my relationship with my coach is, I would consider, more than as a coach. I think he's a second father or a guardian. I can't define it in words, but it is truly a blessing to have this kind of relationship with such a powerhouse in the sport. And with my other members, I trust them with my life. I think we went through hell back multiple times, and it has been challenged by different people, just trying to get into, and trying to, our with every one of us. And I've been very have people I can say, I trust with my life, and I can learn them specific thing, and they deliver as much as I do every day in training, and we are, combined effort, a singular goal. And I think that's why my team is very, very effective. That's why we deliver, I perform. It's not just my effort, it's the effort. As much as it is individual event, it is still team effort.
I'm curious, meron bang time na you told yourself na you don't want to do this anymore?
Oh, a lot of times.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of times. Well, definitely not my brightest moment. Not probably the moments that I want to be in. The reality of it, the whole thing is just, and it's not just gonna put food on my plate, and it's not. How do you say? It is a passion that gives glow to the country, and I think that in itself defines those moments where you said, you don't want to do it or you want to do it. And I think that's a lot of different variations on why I feel such emotions and why I feel such instance where I feel like I don't do this no more. And I think just to kind of put perspective, I've been doing this for more than half of my life, and to even consider not wanting to do it, that means that there's really something truly heavy that I've felt that makes me weigh my situation to a point. Yeah, I mean, it's I don't know. I don't even know how to say that. It is a life of an athlete, especially a Filipino athlete.
I think most of athletes naman talagang dumadaan sa ganong stage. I think, right? Do you agree with that? Na there was a time in their lives na they don't want to do it anymore because of the struggles, because of the hardships, or the problems that they are facing. I think that's really like something na dun ka talaga kukuha ng lakas mo, and na mas malakas ka after that, after na maranasan mo yun.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, you never know until when you want to do it, and you don't really know until when it's the breaking point, and when it's, you know, what would trigger you to say, I don't want it no more. And of course, I don't want to see that day just yet, and I hope the day doesn't come soon. But I'm not like any other athlete that's am here because I'm having fun. I'm not here, you know, I don't go to Olympics to have fun. I go to Olympics to win. And it's the moment you see that as a futile journey, I'm not gonna stick around. You know, I'm not that type of person that would stick around to just stick around. You know what I mean? If I see this goal is truly achievable despite the odds, then I'll stick to it. But whenever I see that goal is impossible to achieve to whatever circumstances I was dealt with, I need to be realistic and say, hey, this is not for me anymore, and this is not how I want to live my life anymore, and this is not how I would achieve it. Therefore, there's only one move to do, which is find another passion, continue my life. You know, a sporting career is as short as what, maybe 35, you're already at your later part of your career. And I want to be in that later part of my career and doesn't know really what am I doing. I'm here because I want to win. If I can't, I'm not going to stick around. And the moment I cannot do what I need to do to win, then my journey as an athlete, or my path to doing all of the sacrifices has become futile, which makes it how do you say? Which makes it, sorry to say, stupid for me to continue. So that's my way of thinking, and that's why I don't think it is normal for me to feel that I want to quit, because the moment I feel that means it's not that I'm having, you know, that's different. It's totally different, having hardships and stuff. Yeah, that I totally understand. But the moment you actually digest and actually reflect on the things that has happened and the things that have been happening in the situation that I'm in the moment that I reflect on that, it's not something that just say, oh, I feel so tired in training, I want to quit. You know, I know that, I understand that, and I signed up for that. But I think my main trigger point to that is, if I don't feel that I am gonna achieve something in what I'm doing, I'm not gonna waste any more time. I'm not gonna waste anybody's time. I'm not gonna waste my time. I'm not gonna waste my coach who's 77 years old's time. I'm not gonna waste my physios and everybody on my team. It is, as I said, hopefully does not become futile for us to just say, I'm sorry, I can't do this anymore, because it is not doable.
I believe you have a lot of plans. Like after SEA Games, you'll already win another gold for the country. So are there other competitions na you're set to compete?
Yeah, well, the biggest one in this year was, well, it's going to be World Championship in Eugene, Oregon. And I'm setting my eyes on that, but I don't know what the future holds. I don't really know what's gonna happen in the next few days and the next few weeks. So yeah, I'm just preparing for that big major competition there.
Okay. Okay. Lastly, your message for the aspiring athletes na who also want to pursue the same career that you're pursuing right now, and any tips for them?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to do pole vaulting, hit me up. It's fun. It is one of the best, I think, one of the best sport, not just in track and field, I think in a whole freaking sporting community. It is totally different. It's just the closest thing for flight, and defying gravity in itself with your own might. It's unimaginable. Flinging yourself over 20 feet up in the air. That is something truly magnificent. So if you guys want to try it, I would, of course, would love to see the journey, would love to be able to take part and hopefully help you guys achieve where you want to achieve in the field of track and field, and specifically pole vaulting.
So they can hit you up. They can just message you. Okay,
Yes.
EJ, I want to do this. I want to do what you're doing right now.
Perfect. Then I'll just redirect you to a coach that I can connect you with. That's how this pole vaulting community works.
Good
Thank
luck
you.
to your competition, and we wish you all the best.
Really do appreciate you guys having me, and thank you very much for having this wonderful interview.
Thank you so much again, EJ, and all the best. And that's it for today's interview. For more GDM exclusives, don't forget to follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, and visit www.globaldailymirror.com. I am Leslie Ordinario. Good day.